Yes. What's happening, everybody? It's Friday. We got the weigh-ins done with here for UFC Vegas 69. It's going to be headlined by Erin Blanchfield versus Jessica Andrade. And I've got a greasy four-leg parlay for you guys here. It's a very tough card from a gambling perspective. There's just a lot of fights on this card where you've got a lot of missing information. So, you really want to tread lightly when it comes to putting down big bets this week, when it comes to trusting guys that are coming off of massive injuries, long layoffs, guys making their debuts. People, there's a lot of situations. You got a fight like Lynn's OSP where both these guys are old. Neither one of them is great. Neither one of them has shown much lately. And it's hard to know, who's going to come out and give, some really good effort here. So, but when we're putting together a four-leg parlay, we don't necessarily need to bet the most bettable fights. We just got to find some lines that are in our favor, have got a little bit of EV in them. And then maybe if we find the right 4-1s, we can cash this thing and move on to next week and have some nice money in our pockets. So check out the Patreon if you guys haven't already. That's where we see all the stats that we see on Stat Diggers, that we see on Just the Tip. We've got the prop template there available, which you guys will be taking a little bit of a look at here when we talk about a couple of these bets that are going on later on tonight. And yes, so here we go, you guys. The first leg of this parlay is going to be Uncle Weezy's ass shaving of the week, AJ Fletcher, to win this fight inside the distance on DraftKings Sportsbook right now. That is minus 115. And I am going to share my screen with you guys here. And I will bring up, as you see there, here, let me log out. Got it. Okay. And then what we could do here is we can go to winning method up here. And if we go to winning method, and then we scroll down here to the AJ Fletcher versus Temba Garimbo fight, we're going to pick in the method of victory double chance up here at the top. We are going to pick AJ Fletcher to win by KO or submission here at minus 115. Look, Temba Garimbo, there's even some talk right now that he might be coming into this fight with an injury. Trains in South Africa, makes a very long flight to come up here and fight. The guy is probably not UFC level to begin with. A guy that you see on the South African regional scene fighting very marginal level of competition, finding ways to lose minutes until he wins some of these fights, and then flat out getting beaten by guys that would never be considered UFC level. So, this should be a great bounce back spot here for AJ Fletcher. And I believe that he would have knocked out anybody but Angelusa with the punches that he was landing against Lusa in the second round of their fight, which was AJ Fletcher's last fight. I think he pretty much finishes anybody but Lusa there. So, I think that this guy could easily be 1-1 thus far in the UFC. And he won around easily off of Semmelsberger with his wrestling. AJ clearly has to work on his conditioning, but in this spot, Temba Garimbo is just not dangerous at all anywhere at the UFC level. So I can see, Fletcher getting a submission. I could see him knocking this guy out. But either way, I would be very surprised if AJ Fletcher wasn't able to dispose of this guy inside the distance. I'm looking for this fight to be an absolute ass shaving. So let's go AJ Fletcher inside the distance as leg number 1. Leg number 2 is going to seem very, very confusing to you guys. So I'm going to give you guys an alternate leg if you don't want to touch this, and I would completely understand if you didn't. It is going to be the Ovince St. Preux Felipe Lins under 2.5 rounds at minus 110. So if we go to DraftKings Sportsbook up here, we're going to go to fight lines, and we're going to go to the total rounds here at the top, and we're going to go down to St. Preux versus Lins here at under 2.5 is minus 110. That brings our parlay up to plus 256. So let's take a look at the prop template here for this one, you guys. So if we look at this under 2.5 rounds at minus 110, the implied probability of a line at minus 110 is 52.38%. So this is a situation right now where that's a very cheaply priced line for 3 different reasons. The first reason is that we're only paying 52.38%, but 205-pound 3-round fights go under 2.5 rounds 59% of the time. So that's a 6.65% edge over the divisional benchmark. In addition to that, we've got St. Preux has had 20 fights at the UFC level that were scheduled for 3 rounds, and Felipe Lins has had 3. And in their combined 23 fights, 16 of them have finished under 2.5 rounds. So that's 69.57%. When we compare that to the 52.38% implied probability of the line, we're actually getting a 17.18% discount right there. And that is very, very cheap. And just think about Ovens only going over 2.5 rounds 25% of the time over a over a 20 fight sample size. So, and Lins here did look good on the scales. So if Lins pushes a pace here early, somebody's going to have to show some urgency here, and we can absolutely see one of these guys get finished. Neither one of them is particularly known for their durability by any stretch of the imagination here. So I'm going to say that this one has a very good chance of finishing under 2.5 rounds. The price is right. It fattens up the value of our parlay. And I understand that stylistically, you could see these guys standing in front of each other and not doing much for 2.5 rounds, and the fight easily going over because neither guy shows much urgency. But, stylistic reads on fights, are good when the line is priced accordingly. But in this case, they're really underpricing the violence lines here. So I believe that this is the best way to play this in terms of just the value of the line. The analytics, here, the 17% break here compared to a 2% break here and only a 13% break here for the fight doesn't go to decision. So definitely this is the sweet spot right here. And if you don't want to do this line, the line that I would have you replace it with is the Landsberg Silva over 2.5 rounds sitting around minus 170. We have some similar pricings here at 6.85% break, 12% break, and a 5.2% break here when we compare those analytics to the implied probability of the line and the over 2.5 rates of Landsberg and Silva combined. 75% of their combined UFC fights have went over 2.5 rounds, but we're only paying 63% on the implied probability. So if you don't want to bet the Ovin St. Preux fight, put the over 2.5 rounds for Landsberg Silva in as a substitute for that 1-800-GAMBLER fight. But that is the line that I'm going with as the second line of this parlay here. Leg number 3 is going to be the William Knight money line at minus 125. I really said that you got to see weigh-ins for this guy. He came in super heavy, 2 fights in a row, but the fact that he made weight, the gigantic man that he is, shows that he's taking this fight seriously. He's going to be the guy with the wrestling upside here. He's going to be the guy with the power upside on the feet. And since he made weight, and because of that, he made weight, I can tell he's taking this fight seriously. I just think he's more dangerous, and he's got more ways to win this fight than Marcin Prachnio does. So I'm picking William Knight. I think he probably will get it done inside the distance here, as we've seen Prachnio have chin issues, and we've seen Knight not only land big shots on the feet, but be able to take guys down, get his body weight on top of them, and land big ground and pound as well. So, William Knight, I'm changing my pick, by the way. If you watch just the tip this week, I picked Prachnio by decision, but since William Knight looked like he was ready to go, I'm going to be changing my pick to William Knight inside the distance, and I will change that on Tapology. So that is leg number 3 of the Greasy 4-leg parlay this week. So we'll go up here to the money line, and we're going to find the William Knight line there, and we got that at minus 125. So that brings us up to plus 542. And that'll bring us to the last line of this parlay. So I had a dream 2 nights ago, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about what the dream was. The dream was definitely about Erin Blanchfield, okay? Met her in a club. She asked me, do you want to get out of here? Brings me back to her place. We have a ton of fun. I basically fall in love with her in the dream. We have a ton of fun. And then as soon as we're done and I'm feeling very vulnerable and I'm trying to cuddle with her, she basically tells me, I got to train in the morning. You need to get the fuck out of here. And I laughed, because I was like, oh, she's kidding. She wasn't kidding. She basically like told me, get the fuck out of here or I'm going to fuck you up. So I left heartbroken, confused, and feeling very vulnerable, everybody. But Erin Blanchfield is cold-blooded. My dream told me so. What you see in the cage from her tells you so. The demeanor with which she goes about her business, it should leave no doubt in anybody's mind that Erin Blanchfield is about as cold-blooded as it gets. That nickname came from a story I heard where Erin Blanchfield was baking for her family in the midst of cutting weight. So she's making all these beautiful treats, these sweet treats in the oven, baking, smelling filling the house with these smells that are irresistible, knowing that she won't be able to eat any of it because she's cutting weight. And she's just that cold-blooded that she could bake delicious shit for other people while she can't even take in any calories. So the last leg of this parlay, everybody, is going to be the fight doesn't go to decision for the main event, Andrade versus Blanchfield. I think Blanchfield's going to get Jessica Andrade out of there, but I don't want to disrespect the other side of this fight, which is the experience, the well-roundedness, the fantastic conditioning, the aggressive finishing style that Jessica Andrade brings. I feel like if this fight's on the feet, Jessica's going to be super dangerous there. And if Blanchfield's getting this fight to the ground, she's going to be super dangerous there. And one way or another, this fight's going to get finished. And in addition to that, we've got to also look at the fact that Andrade has a quick turnaround here, very quick turnaround. She landed over 200 significant strikes less than a month ago on Lauren Murphy's rock-hard head. 2 weight cuts in a short period of time, 2 fights in a short period of time, and that quick turnaround makes a big difference here. And the fact that she hasn't had a camp. And this is a 5-round fight, not a 3-round fight. So I think there are some narrative issues. I think that there are some stylistic issues that lead us to believe that this fight is going to finish inside the distance. And like I always say, you guys, that last leg of the parlay, if we make it the longest odds, it gives us the ability to be able to hedge out if the first 3 legs do indeed cash. So we could bet the fight goes to decision if we've cashed the first 3 legs of this parlay, knowing that that's going to be sitting around plus 200, and we can pick the size of that bet compared to the size of the parlay to ensure that we make money if we feel like maybe this fight will go the full 5 rounds. But that's my dream. That dream tells me that Erin Blanchfield is absolutely cold-blooded, as she was cold-blooded to me in my dream, and left me feeling very, very hurt. Okay, I just want you to know that. Now, I know it wasn't a real incident, but my feelings are real, and that's what happens. So that is the parlay, everybody. Let me get that one up for you guys here. We're going to go up here to fight props. And then fight to go the distance is the one to the left there. And we are going to say no at minus 225. That brings this parlay up to plus 827. 1 unit to win 8.27 units. A quarter win unit to win 2 units. Any way you play it. Let's try to stack cash tickets like flapjacks for UFC Vegas 69 and cash the shit out of this 4-legger. Last week's 4-legger was 1 leg short. It was that Prado Malarkey under 2.5 that just seemed way too underpriced, but it certainly seemed like those guys, somebody out there knew that those guys weren't going to fight. So let's see what you guys are up to in the chat here. We got my guy Victor De Jesus in the room saying, "Oi, yes, what's up, Weezy in chat? Happy OSP and Felipe Lin's fight week. They both showed up to weigh-ins. That fight is going to happen. I can't believe it." Noel Murphy in the room saying, "Oi, Lin's back on the juice. I wish I took him in his opening line." Well, I hope he's juiced up like Hamdi Abdelwahab for this fight, man, because I needed to finish under 2.5 rounds, and that is one of the legs of the Greasy 4-legger. So let's get it, Noel. Super Alternate saying, "Oi, oi, good luck, everyone. Come Saturday, same to you." We got Jason Brown in the room saying, "So close last weekend. Can't believe the Malarkey Prado under didn't hit. You have to be extra greasy with a card like this one. Good luck, Uncle Weezy." Yeah, I appreciate you, Jason. That one hurt, man. That was one fight that I even said during the parlay while we were breaking it down last week that I've got a funny feeling about this. This line should be like minus 300. and it opened at minus 155, and it just stayed there. Everybody on Twitter was on that under, and it just wasn't moving. And I'm like, why is that? This guy Prado has been into a third round once in his career. He's taking the fight on short notice. He's going to be on a 20-hour flight, fighting a guy in his home country in front of a hostile crowd. And, you would think that the crowd would buoy, Malarkey to actually try to finish the fight, but he didn't have his foot on the gas at any point in that fight. Neither one of them even showed up. And what a piss poor effort by Prado, man. I mean, like to make that your UFC debut. I mean, man, I would have took him backstage if I was Dana White and be like, son, you're getting one more chance. And if you fight like that, I guarantee you're going to be fighting on the Argentinian regional scene for the rest of your fucking career. That was pathetic. But I appreciate you checking in, Jason. Hopefully this week we get all four legs. Tone Miggins in the room. What's up, Tone? Good to see you in here. One of Pub Sports Radio's very own right there, saying, oi. And then Cole Steen saying, oi, Grease. We got Jester saying, we sipping on anything yet, Weezy? Yeah, a big fat glass of water right now. Definitely not sipping on anything this early in the day. But, we'll see what happens later on tonight. All right, and we got Brandon Babcock in the room saying, here we go, the shaving off the bat. Yes, we got the shaving right off the bat here. I think that AJ Fletcher is going to get the job done. Just my 2 cents in the room saying, sup, Weezy? Fletcher going to nuke him? Yeah, he is, dude. He is. And now with that rumor on top of that about Garimbo being injured, it just makes it look even better. I've got 1.15 units also on the Fletcher inside the distance as a track bet this week. We got Cat Simulator 2000 saying, well, just as we have Cat Simulator, we got my cat yelling over there saying, I got Fletcher inside the distance at plus 106 and Fletcher round 1 plus 250. He's going to destroy this bum. My cat agrees with you. I agree with you. It's Uncle Weezy's ass shaving of the week, so let's get that Cat Simulator. Just my 2 cents saying, y'all, don't be surprised if either guy gets starched and OSP wins. Felipe is really chinny. Yes, absolutely, and I don't think OSP cares, man. Cat Simulator saying, thick Willie. Yeah, dude, let's go, man. He showed up. He's looking good. He's so much more explosive, and he's got all the wrestling upside. So, yeah, I mean, like, Pracknell could land a big shot and knock him out, but I do like thick Willie here. We got T saying, laughing my ass off. We got Usman Anjum saying, what kind of fun? Played Scramble? We had fun, man. I'm just not going to say anything else besides we had a lot of fun, and I was feeling very vulnerable afterwards. Cat Simulator is laughing. That's the mother of my children, sir. It's just my 2 cents. How was her guard game? It was immaculate. How did you think it would be, man? Dang, she left our boy Weezy hanging. Yeah, man, look, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to put yourself out there, you guys. And sometimes when you put yourself out there, you're going to get hurt. That's life, But we've got to move on. You can't sit there looking in the past saying, oh, I got hurt. There's no chance I'm ever going to be able to love again. You can love again. We all can love again. But we've got to move past the times that we've been hurt and the people that have hurt us, and we've got to look forward and try to look for the best in people, everybody. Did I manage to escape or mount? I didn't even try, T. JJ Aldrich was piecing her up. Got to take Andrade here, I think. Yeah, man. Dude, you can't disrespect Jessica Andrade. She's fought everybody. She's seen everything. She's been around forever, and she's still young. She's not like 36 or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, Andrade is an absolute stud. And this is a huge step up in competition for Aaron Blanchfield. We got Andrade's a feisty one. I like the doesn't go. Me too, man. Jessica's grappling is better than Aaron's striking. Okay, yeah. I think you might be right about that. We've seen Jessica definitely get some submissions before, and she's like a little fire plug. She's tough. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good one. LFA is in town tonight. I did not know that, man. I went last time, solid food options, and you can gamble on site. Where are they, Jeff? Where is it in Chicago or is it in Hammond? Sup, gentlemen, says Glenbach. What's up, Glenbach? Good to see you in here, my man. And we got my boy Rob Pagorni in the house saying, oi, let's go, Weezy. Got very close last week. I like our chances on this one. Way to remember your dreams. Yeah, dude, I don't remember my dreams very often at all, but this is the one that happened right before I woke up. So yeah, definitely remember that one, man. Yay, ye old Lowly saying, "My God, your dream was drop dead." Hilarious. We got Zupik in the room saying, "Oh, what's up, man?" And he's saying, Pauga looked scared at the weigh-in. The Tyson Pedro wannabe didn't fight at Australia, but I bet he will underperform just like him. Where's the diarrhea? Yeah, that was Tyson Pedro's excuse for that performance that he put on against Bukauskas, saying that he had extreme diarrhea the night before the fight. And I was like, all right, just stop it. Quit being a drama queen. All diarrhea is extreme. Period. Okay? Don't be putting adjectives before the diarrhea to make me sympathetic to your situation. If you had diarrhea, of course it was extreme diarrhea. Diarrhea is always extreme. How could it not be? You piss out your ass? That's not extreme. Come on, man. This is just ridiculous. These guys being drama queens. You're fighters. Stop being drama queens. Adam Rush. Oi. What's up, dude? Good to see you in here. Cat Simulator 2000 said, I made a degenerate round robin by twos for fun. Fletcher round 1, Miller round 2, Pauga inside the distance, and Andrade round 1. Basically, if one pair hits, worst case, it's a refund on the bet for the short ones. I like it, Cat Simulator. That is a good bet there. I like a lot of those spots. If Miller can survive round 1 against Hernandez, we do see Hernandez slow down a lot in round 2. And he had a short notice here on a weight cut. So, and then Fletcher round 1. I love that. Pauga inside the distance against the chinny Jordan Wright. And condolences genuinely to Jordan Wright, who lost his mother. She had a battle with cancer. She passed away earlier this week. So it's been just less than a week removed from Jordan Wright losing his mother to cancer for him stepping into the cage here. So there's going to be a lot of emotions there. I can guarantee that. And I'm really interested to see how that fight plays out. But genuine condolences to Jordan Wright and his family for the loss of his mother. Glenbot saying, how did Jim and Alex look at weigh-ins? I may have a considerable interest in that fight. Yeah, it took a minute for Hernandez to get to the scales, Glenbot. I definitely know he was one of the last to weigh in. And that's not surprising. He's taking this fight on short notice, and he just had another much, much harder weight cut down to 145 2 months ago, where he really took a beating in that fight, finished in the late second round by Billy Quarantillo. So, yeah, man, I didn't see how Jim looked because he weighed in early, but Jim Miller is always a pro. He's going to be ready to go. He's been making this weight since 2006 in the UFC. So yeah, he should be ready to go there, man. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes, Glenbot. I know Glenbot's got a big bet on Jim Miller. So since I have no action on that fight, I will be rooting for my guy Glenbot. DJ saying, going to the shit show tomorrow. I'll be the guy shouting, oh, all night. Let's get it, DJ. I can't wait. If I hear you, I'm going to laugh my ass off, man. Usman Amjun saying, LOL, what are the odds? Cat Simulator saying, LOL, that yowling must be dinner time. It's not dinner time. She already got fed earlier. I don't know what's going on, man. She's loud, that cat. Pauga has a curse of taking fights against extremely motivated individuals. Okay. And then Jeff K saying Hammond, Indiana. Okay, got it, man. I didn't think it would be right in Chicago, but Hammond's right around the corner. It's easy to get there. Eric Fain saying, what's up, Weezy? Appreciate all your content and grind you put out here. Keep it up. I appreciate you, Eric. Thanks for checking in with us tonight, man. We got Zupik saying I'm crying. We got Vic saying good luck, everyone, this week, dude. Good to see you, Vic. Glenbot saying good luck, Vic. Gorilla saying what's up, Weezy. Good to see you in here, Gorilla Gambles. Super Alternate saying Mythical Miller round 2. And Glenbot saying music to my ears, Weezy. Thank you. Thank all of you guys. So, yeah, we've got it checking in at plus 827 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's get this one cashed, you guys. Good luck to everybody on all your bets. I appreciate you guys hanging out here for another episode of the Greasy 4-Leg Parlay, and I hope we cash it, and I hope all of you stack cash tickets like flapjacks for UFC Vegas 69. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll be back on Sunday for Stat Diggers to break down UFC Vegas 70 with my man DFS by the Numbers on Pub Sports Radio. And you can also check me on Pub Sports Radio tomorrow during the fights for the live watch along. So you guys really enjoy the fights. Hopefully we all make some money, and we'll move on to UFC Vegas 70 next week. Have a great day, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much.